I have my matcha. I'm ready. It's not that bad. It's 11:30. I usually wake up early, so this is not late for me at all. I probably look different every year. It's me finding who I am. No, help me out. What is yours?
Guilty pleasure. Wow, burgers, does that count?
Really?
What do you usually do in the morning? There's so much I want to learn about you. Well, basically, I want to know everything about you.
Everything? Like everything?
So I want to try something different and edgy. We're gonna have a little girls talk today, which I'm
Let's
truly
do it.
about. Let's do it.
I love it.
Since you were born and raised in the States, what was your childhood like? I want to know what you were like when you were a kid.
Before the DJing, before, gosh, TV shows and stuff, I was born in Orange County, California. I grew up in a not very traditional Asian household, meaning my mom was more not really strict. And I guess that that was good and bad.
Mhm.
Good was I was free to kind of like pursue whatever I wanted to. And the bad was like it wasn't too strict. So that means I guess my rebellious personality really showed at an early age. Like I didn't like to follow, like rules in the house, which got me in a lot of trouble. Um, but yeah, but the good thing is I've always had a supportive family, which means like whatever I wanted to do, they're very supportive. I guess that's where my whole music journey started. Growing up, instead of playing with Barbies and stuff, my mom got me a keyboard. And I guess I was playing with my keyboard, not knowing anything. And little did I know that became my childhood. Like, I probably obviously at 5 years old didn't know nothing about a keyboard, but playing it, I started growing to it. By 8 years old, my mom would let me listen to like the Beatles, and I didn't know what the Beatles were, but she would make me like listen to it and try to figure out the songs. And as I grew up, having the keyboard in the house really helped me play music by ear. So that's why I play piano by ear. I can read notes, but I'm more of like if hear music, like a song that you probably like, I can probably try to figure that out.
Wow, you're a natural born musician.
I guess so, yeah.
It's in your DNA. How did you get into DJing?
How did I get into DJing? So, like I said, I was born in Orange County, California, which is about 30 minutes from Los Angeles. And I left very early. All my friends and everyone was living in Los Angeles. So I always been fascinated by entertainment business. Like, I was so curious. Like, I love to party. I love being around, music and stuff. And I guess I started going out in LA, networking. I became friends with a lot of musicians. One day, bumped into the Black Eyed Peas. This is when they were really, really, really popular back then. I started partying with them, made friends with Apple Will I Am, everyone, and started going to all their parties. And it was just so fun. And at the same time, I got very inspired. It's kind of like they said, you are who your friends are, you're around them. And I got so inspired. And one day he was, Apple was just like, hey, we're, I want to manage you as a DJ. And I thought that was a joke.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I was like, wait, this is such a great opportunity. And that he encouraged me. So I went to Scratch Academy back in 2012. I learned how to use the turntables, the DJ decks and stuff. I had no clue what I was doing. But I knew I loved it. And for the first time in my life, I just fell in love with it. You know, when you become so interested in something, and I become obsessed. That's the word, obsessed. And for some reason, I sacrificed everything from even a relationship. I was in a relationship at that time. This is when it became challenging. Like, I became so obsessed that it affected my relationship at then, but I had to choose. It was like I was at that time of my life where I'm like, am I going to put all my eggs in my basket for this relationship? Or am I going to put all my all into something that can possibly take me who knows where, right? This is my career. So it was very tough. And I had to do what I had to do. 2012, I just remember this was the prime of EDM, especially in Asia. It was very new, where there was not many female DJs. The scene was not saturated. There was no TikTok DJs.
Of course.
There was literally Nobody, which was exciting to me. I looked at the market. I was like, oh my God, there was like Diplo, Skrillex, but I looked in Asia. There was time where in Asia they were just asking me if they can book Diplo and Skrillex, which is crazy, but it was back then, like in 2012, a very new market. So I looked at it and I was like, this is my chance that I want to go to Asia. I love Asia. I want to go to China. I want to go to Korea. I want to go Vietnam. I want to explore. And because I did a lot of modeling back there, the news and everyone just wrote about me. And my first show was in Vietnam. I did not know I didn't know what I was doing. I'll be very honest. I was so nervous my first show, but I knew I had to act like I knew what I was doing. And yeah, I did my first show. It's in front of like 80,000 people. It was for a Heineken festival. And I knew I got so inspired back when I got done with the show. I was like, this is it. It's either I'm going to give my all into this or I do one show and go back to the States and everyone's going to forget about me.
Right.
So yeah, my life just kind of like changed back in 2012 when I realized that I really truly love music and this is it. Yeah.
Nowadays, what's your daily routine like? I want to know about the first thing you do in the morning and then how do you plan your whole day?
First thing I do in the morning
Yes,
is feed my cats. I feed my cats because my cats wake me up at 3 a.m.
yes. 3 a.m.
No, that's really real. For all the cat people out there, you understand what I'm saying. I feed my cats at 3 a.m., between 3 to 4, feed my cats because they cry. And then I wake up like about 5. I say a quick prayer. I talk to the universe and basically saying my gratitude, being thankful for another day. I breathe. And then I throw into my gym clothes and I go boxing from 5 to 6 sometimes, or sometimes if I don't box. I go to the gym.
Mhm.
So fitness is part of my life, a big part of my life, meaning like I put my health first because without your health, you can't really, be the best version of yourself. So
Can you share one thing about you that's very different from you, on stage and your private self? The biggest difference,
the biggest,
the biggest.
okay. Whew. Part of me wants to share this and part of me does not want to share
Okay,
it.
you decide.
I'm just joking. No. Okay. So what people don't know is that I am an introvert. Believe it or not, people cannot see this because I'm talkative and what I do, they're like, how? Is I think because there's a switch. I feel like us as humans, we both have two sides, right? And me, I have two sides. There's the side of me that's when you see me on stage, when I'm on TV or whatnot. And there's a Kim that truly loves to be by herself and being at home
Mhm.
with her pets. And I'm fine being alone. I love my alone time.
That's quality time, of course.
Well, it's so important. I think people don't see that. They're like, no way. But yes, very chill person.
Yeah, that I can definitely believe. I know you're very chill. You're so humble.
Oh,
And
thank you.
let's talk about love and
Mhm.
relationships.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about it.
What is your attitude towards love? That's a broad question. Let's break it down a little bit. How important is it in your life?
I think it's very important. Back then, if you asked me back then, I'll probably be like, very neutral about it. But now I think it's important. It is. And it's nice to have a companion. I'm not against that. In the past, obviously, people see me on TV, and that was a Kim that was going through things. And if you asked me then, I was very heartbroken. I need a lot of healing, but to be honest with you, even when I got my heart broken, I wasn't that person who was like, you know what, I'm going to give up on love. I never gave up on love because I feel like everyone's different. Just because it happened to you once doesn't mean the next person is going to hurt you. And I think a lot of us get trauma like myself. And I had trauma. I was like, I don't think I can do this again. It's scary. Like, who wants to be in that dark place again? But you have to have faith. I feel like have faith in that God has something better for you out there. And timing's everything. It might not be tomorrow, but just don't lose faith. And that person is out there. 1000%. That's what I think.
Beautiful. So
Yeah.
nowadays, when you're in love, when you're in a relationship, do you tend to be like head over heels? Are you that type, or now you're more rational?
I'm more rational now, but back then, maybe I believe in lust. I fall in lust a lot before. Love to me, it takes time because um, I spend time if you spend time with someone and you create memories with them and you get to know them, they get to know you, you build a bond, and that's for me, that's how the love starts building. Love at first sight sounds like more of an attraction. Of sure, of course, like, oh my God, that person's so hot or something. That has happened to all of us,
Yeah.
right? So to answer your question, I'm more rational about it now.
And
Yeah.
speaking of love at first sight, now you're still more of a love at first sight, or you
More
prefer?
of lust at first. More or less. There you go. If that's even a thing, but yeah.
Well, that's really honest. Why I really love
Yeah.
that. Appreciate that. What qualities do you see in a guy on first impressions?
First impression is obviously, let's just be honest, when you first see somebody, it's going to be their physical. There has to be something about them. It's either they're really funny or like they're just physically attractive. But let's skip that. Let's move forward. To me, it's your mind, the way you think.
Mhm.
Like right away. I didn't realize this until like obviously going out there dating and stuff, that your mind is so important. Like it's important for them to have almost a similar mindset as you.
Mhm.
It really is. Like the way they think. Like for example, I like a intelligent person, a person that can hold a conversation. An animal lover. Oh my God, because I love animals.
Oh yeah, true.
I think it's a red flag if a person hates animals or something.
Well, I think that's pretty rare, but just depending on how much they love animals.
Yeah. If you love animals, that is such a green flag. That is attractive.
You're
That
right.
says a lot about a person. You don't have to love it, but at least you care and you feel something for them.
Yeah, for
There
sure.
we go. Yeah, a person that is good at communicating. Hey, if they're funny, it's a bonus. And their mindset. Let's say you're a driven person. I would love to have someone that's driven like you because obviously if you're going to spend a lot of time with that person, you guys want to have the same outlook in life. I feel like in a lot of relationship nowadays that when I see they break up or something, it's like they don't listen, like we're probably, let's say you and I were dating, just say, and you have your differences. We're both probably not going to like everything the same, but as long as we can like overlook it and like kind of meet halfway, it's going to work, right?
Mm.
But if you're kind of like not willing to, obviously it's not going to work, or I'm not willing to. So yeah, I think it's comes back to the mindset. That's what I mean by that.
And also, what's one thing that gives you the most headaches? Like, long distance, or for some people, communicate.
Oh my God, I've done long distance. And forgive me for all the people out there that's having a long distance relationship right now. I wish you nothing but the best. And I'm not against that. But for me personally, I've done it. It's so much work. Um, I think in order for long distance to work, and I'm not talking like I'm a therapist now. I really think you have to have an end goal.
Mhm.
And for example, it's like when I dated this person overseas before a long time ago. We had to fast forward. I think it was in the third month period where I was like, okay, what is the goal? Like, are you going to move over here or am I going to move over there? Because if we're just going with the flow, it doesn't kind of work. We need to have a goal, and I think you have to almost be straightforward in the very beginning. Like, honestly, probably the second month. Sometimes it's a little fast for certain people because let's like steal the butterfly stages. But if you don't want to waste your time, bring that conversation up.
Of
The
course.
sooner the better.
Do you tend to communicate with them?
I'm a great communicator when it comes to dating. And it's a scary thing, trust me. It's not easy. It's like sometimes you're like, this is too new. You want to find the right timing. You don't want to scare the person away. But I realize just be yourself, be brutally honest is the best.
Mhm, mhm.
It's sometimes it's very hard, but in the long run, it's the best thing ever. And it's tough. It's not easy because it's like sometimes you just met a person, things are going so well, you almost don't want to throw this question where they're gonna look at you like, oh my God, you're being too desperate or too whatever.
You you would describe your life, your journey as smooth sailing, or you think it's full of challenges?
I think it was a combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it wasn't super easy and it wasn't super challenging. I think one of the things was the challenging part of being in entertainment business would probably trying to maintain it. The way I look at it is like a ball and you don't want to drop the ball. And it's like it's a lot of musicians and artists will probably admit this or not is like staying relevant is one thing, right? Staying creative is very challenging too. It's a mixture of like taking a risk and having like this fear of like, will it not work? Those are the challenges that I had personally, figuring what direction to go. And I think that's pretty relatable for just anybody, not just in music, just in life. Which direction do you go? And hopefully you're making the right decision. That was challenging for me. And I still have that till this day of always feeling inspired. That's why I made it. I decided that I really need to travel, not just for work, that it's important to change your environment because sometimes being a homebody, like myself, I can't stay home for long periods of times because I start feeling stagnant. And it's always healthy to have new environment because when you're in a new environment, you get inspired, you feel good, and it's healthy.
But in the days ahead, what kind
Mhm.
of play do you want people to see the most?
Well, for myself, first of all, is like I feel like I'm in a transition mode right now, figuring out. Um, I've been doing music for almost God, like 11, 12 years. I love music. I would never ever give up music. I'll probably do this until I can't do it no more. But I'm also because ever since I did a reality show and being a host for other TV shows, it has inspired me to move towards more film. And I've been doing acting classes. I've been trying new things and seeing where it could take me, you know, working, gosh, on several projects right now. It's exciting. Like I said, it's new, completely new for me, and probably completely new for the audience. And they're not expecting this. And I'm not really expecting it in the beginning, but these are opportunities that I'm super grateful for. I've been working with different producers, more TVs, possibly some films. So that's in the works.
Wow.
Okay, Esther, will you
Have
take
a
care of
one.
yourself?
You
Have a great day. Cheers one more time. One more time.
time. Cheers one more time. Love you.
Cheers. Take care. Bye.